welcome back to my channel. It's me Adwi, your buddy for learning. Friends, today we are going to study a new chapter of social science. That is Kerala, the land, the rain and the people. In this chapter, we will be studying about a Kerala, the God's own country. Let's move on to this chapter. First of all, when we look around a market, what all can you see there? Yes, we can see many vegetables, fruits, pulses and grocery items. But have you ever wondered from where these things are coming? These groceries and all are coming from our neighboring states and places like Mysore, Ooty, Mettupalayam, Theni, Odanchandram, Kumbam, Nagarkoil and all. And our staple food, rice, also come from our neighboring places like Simandra and Odisha. But what about pulses? Pulses also come from there, some other places. Now, what about flowers? Flowers like chrysanthemum, jasmine, marigold, lotus and all also come from our neighboring states and places. But can we cultivate these crops here in Kerala? What may be the factors required? Yes, we need fertile soil, availability of water, favorable climate and manpower. This fertile soil is very much needed for a plant to grow. Then only it will grow. It needs fertile soil. Then is availability of water. This water is very much needed for a plant to grow as it is a foot of a plant. Then is favorable climate. Each and every plant requires its own specific weather and climate. For example, if a watermelon has to grow, it takes a climate like it must need a dry and a warm climate. Then is manpower. A man should work hard for this crop to grow as he need to plough the fields, put the seeds, water the plants and all. So this manpower is required. Now let's compare Kerala with Tamil Nadu. Do you know that Tamil Nadu produces more crops than Kerala? Let's compare them. First, we will be comparing the major soil types in Kerala. They are alluvial soil, laterite soil, forest soil and red soil in Kerala. This alluvial soil is the soil deposited by the surface of water. Next soil type we will be comparing the Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, the soil types are red soil, black soil, laterite soil and coastal alluvium soil. The alluvial soil is a very ideal soil for the cultivation of crops. And this alluvial soil is mostly seen in Kerala than Tamil Nadu. Now we will be looking the availability of water in these both states. Now first let's look the availability of water in Kerala. They are the annual rainfall in Kerala is 300 centimeter. The annual rainfall means per year the rainfall is 300 centimeters in Kerala. But when we look Tamil Nadu, the annual rainfall in there is 95.9 centimeters. Next, we have the rivers. In Kerala, there are 44 rivers, but in Tamil Nadu, there is only 14. Next, as rainfall is sufficient, irrigation is not necessary in most places. Kerala has enough of water availability, so this irrigation is not needed in most of the places. Then, when we look Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu, the rainfall is scanty or less, so this irrigation is essential. Do you know the crops that can be cultivated here in Kerala? In Kerala, the crops that can be cultivated are not only yam, paddy, tapioca, coconut, elephant foot yam and all. In Kerala, we can also grow spice crops like pepper, ginger and cardamom. To study more about Kerala, let's look the physiographic diversity in Kerala. Kerala is physiographically divided into three. They are Highland, Midland and Lowland. Look at this map. This brown color represents the Highland and the green represents Midland and the yellow is for the Lowland. We will be studying about Highland, Lowland and Midland in detail. First is Highland. The weather or the climate in Highland is a cool region. That means it is rain, mist and cool. The Highland is a part of Sahyadri ranges, and this highland is well above the sea level. Next, do you know the crops that can be cultivated here? In Highland, the growth of tea, coffee and spice crops like cardamom, pepper, ginger and turmeric are good. It is ideal in Highland. Do you know the factors or the geographical factors in Highland to grow these crops? They are: the temperature in Highland must be below 30 degrees Celsius, and there must be an abundant rainfall, and the soil must be well drained. There must be well drained soil. That's all about a Highland. Now let's look who is John Joseph Murphy. John Joseph Murphy, 1872 to 1957. This Irishman is considered as the father of rubber cultivation in India. Along with some friends, he started cultivating rubber on the banks of the Periyar near Aluva in 1902. Later, he began cultivating rubber on a commercial scale at Yantayar near Mundakayam in Kottayam district. Mr. Murphy was not merely a planter. Apart from arranging pensionary benefits for the labourers, he built places of worship and schools for the villages. So John Joseph Murphy lived from 1872 to 1957. By hearing that he is an Irishman, we can identify that he is from Ireland. And John Joseph Murphy is considered as the father of rubber cultivation in India. He started cultivating this rubber along with some of his friends near the Periyar River, near the banks of the Periyar River in Aluva in 1902. He was not only a planter, he also did many good things like building worship places and schools for the villages. Next is Midland. Midland is between the highland and the lowland. In this Midland, we can grow many diverse crops like cereals, vegetables and tuber crops. The tuber crops are tapioca, yam, elephant foot yam, etc. And this plantain cultivation is also prominent in this Midland. But very fast, this traditional crops, like these traditional crops are turning, these farmers are turning into the rubber cultivation. They are leaving these traditional crops and turning into the rubber cultivation because the rubber has a long-lasting yield and the farmers got much profit from this rubber cultivation than from the traditional crops. The geographical factors here to grow these plants are abundant rainfall and moderately thick layers of alluvial soil from the river basins and the laterite soil from the hilly tracts. That's all about our Midland. Next is the lowland. The lowland lies close to the sea level, and the major crops or the prominent crops here are paddy and coconut. The geographical factors or the soils that are ideal for these paddy and coconut cultivation are: for this paddy cultivation, the deposits of the alluvial soil in the lowlands are ideal, and the saline alluvial soil from the coastal stretches are ideal for the coconut cultivation. But for the paddy cultivation, there was a hike in the price of seeds, fertilizers and cost of labours, and this made the agriculture less profitable. And then these farmers were forced to turn into the other sectors of employment. That's all about our lowland. Now let's look some of the proverbs. They are: കുംഭത്തിൽ മഴ പെയ്താൽ കുപ്പയിലും മാണിക്യം, കുംഭത്തിൽ നട്ടാൽ കുടത്തോളം ചേന, മീനത്തിൽ നട്ടാലോ മീൻ കണ്ണിനോളം, തിരുമുറിയാതെ തിരുവാതിര ഞാറ്റുവേല. The proverbs that I have told now are based on agriculture. There are many more of the proverbs like this in Malayalam and English. You can go search for them later. That's all for today's class. I will come back with you with the second part of this chapter. And if you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell icon near to the subscribe button to get notified when I post new videos. It's me Adwi, your buddy for learning. Bye bye.